Hello, and welcome here on my very hot studio. I have nearly given up making a video today because it is hot summer here in Denmark right now. Right now there's 34 degrees, and that is very hot for a Viking Danish person. We are not used to have so hot weather here. But I decided to go for it anyway, but make it a short video this time so I can get out in the air where it's blowing or there's a light breeze. My name is Lisbeth, and I'm a Danish abstract mixed media artist, and I'm doing Rita Sommer's word challenge this year, like she was doing my Stitch Circle Show challenge last year. We support each other, we small YouTubers, and that is why I'm doing this. And this word challenge here, I have decided to only do black, white and red. And I know that is probably like shooting yourself in the foot, because I'm certainly not a word person, and I really have struggled sometimes with these words here. That is not what tricks me. Normally it is color, shapes and abstract things that tricks me. So I have a tough time, but I have set my mind on doing this, and I will do that for the rest of the year. Don't give up. Something will always happen. But this was last week, and the week was elegant, and there is a playlist for all the weekly challenges here. I placed them in a small book. I had this red cardstock from many years ago where I was making cards, and at one point I made some red ones because it was Christmas, and it is a little faded and so, but it looks nice sitting there. And I have also just cut a piece of fabric, so I know I want to make a cover, but I will make a video of that when I start making that cover. Right now they are just sewn together with a very simple pamphlet stitch, and I haven't booked more because there are only room for 26 or 27 pieces in this, and the same in the other book. So that is where I will place them, and then I can take my book once in a while and look at it and be inspired. And here I have written the week number and the word on the back side here. Nothing fancy about that. So the last little tip I want to say, if anybody wants to support my channel or my work with my Stitch Circle Show channel this year, and there will be links here under the little word more. There also is a link for my Ko-fi account, so you can support me there if that is something you want to do. But don't feel obligated in any way. All my content here is for free, and so is my Stitch Circle Show challenge also. The only thing is, if you want to do it, you have to answer 4 questions to be let in the group. And lately I have been refusing or declining so many new ones who had applied, and they don't answer the questions. And I don't know why they don't do it, but because one of the questions is, do you want to participate? And of course you can say yes and don't do it, but I hope people are honest, because I don't want members in my group to participate, not to participate, because I think it is so nice to get inspired by other people's, and all the other peoples are putting their heart and their work into this. So that's why, and that's just my opinion, because Rita's word challenge, I think everybody can be in the group without doing the challenge, but I also think she is sad when fewer and fewer are doing it, and yeah, perhaps life get in its way. But yeah, that was just a little extra. But my Ko-fi account is under here if you want to support me. So let us reveal what the word is. The little word that Rita take out of her pot this just in half an hour ago, I think, was the word strata. And for me, strata is about layers or layering. So that is just up my alley. Something with a lot of layers. And I think I don't know if I will put a back thing on here, if I will do some invisible basting with another fabric. I haven't decided that, but I can tell you what my thoughts are. And that is, I have pulled these materials out of my box, and that is paper, and that is paper, and that is Momigami paper, and I could put a link to a video on how to make these papers. And here, this is just a jelly printer of a red piece of paper. And why papers and not so much fabric here in this week? That is because for me layering isn't a straight lines. Yeah, of course it could be straight. If you think of a birthday cake with many layers, they are straight, but I like these edges like this here. So I think I will tear some papers and line them up and just glue them on with my glue stick and then sew on them. I also have this strip of something very frayed here, and that is a chunky, yeah, what is it called? Velvet. It's an upholstery fabric. I have used it earlier here in the challenge. So this is the materials I have digged out. I have also been in my plastic pot here, or bin or box, or what did you call it, and rumbled around to see if there was something in red or I could put it in between the layers, like small gems or hidden things that could be between the layers. And I found these long red beads and some gold ones, and this long felt snip and a little round red bead. And I think yeah, that is perhaps not so easy to see them there, but see if I can incorporate that in the challenge too. So that is the plan for now. I also found this piece of a strange yarn I have here, so I will put that there, but it is very fragile, so I will take it off and wait with it as the last thing I will sew one of these strips. But this one here I haven't put any glue on because I like the way it is lying there, and the moment I start putting glue on it will flatten out, and I don't think I like that. So I've just taken my red thread, and I think I will just, whoops, that is a lot of layers to stitch it into, and perhaps my needle isn't so pointy as I want it to be. Away with that also. I will see if I can come in here a little closer here. There. I'm nearly melting away. I'm not the best with this hot weather here. And here we go. Yeah. and down here. Yeah, that looks quite fine. That is a curvy layer, but I don't mind that. We have a small island here in Denmark called Fur, and that is known for all the layers and a place where you can go out with your hammer and find fossils. So you have to take a small ferry out there, and then you can go around the island and see what you can find. I've been there once. It's in Jutland. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Put this one here. I think I will. And again, I will just take my red thread. Go up and down both ways, and I can do that out of camera and show you. But just running stitches in the line there and the line up there. So not that this is attached. So this here I don't have room for it, so I will just place it on this piece of paper, and then I will do some, yeah, you can call it couching. And I'll just take my red thread again and come up and go down here. And it's a little difficult to see where I come up, and down it's easy enough, but up is a little more difficult, but you perhaps can feel it with your finger under here. But I will be doing that all the way down here. So now this is sitting there, and I think I perhaps will do 2 lines of running stitches, but I don't know yet. But here up here, I think perhaps I will do a single fly stitch, but to place this down. And in the loop there. That is a narrow, tall fly stitch, a single one. So I will be doing them all the way to the other end of this strip here. Up in the loop and pull through here and secure it down here. Up again. Down here. And up here at the other side of the strip there, and the little fly stitch and there. So now it's not running anywhere. I will continue with that until the end there. So now this is attached, and I've been around there with running stitches, fly stitches, nothing there yet here, but this here I think I will see if I can make a row of herringbone stitches. And that's perhaps not the easiest thing to do in paper, but and then you cross over and you go down there, and then you come up a little over where you it go down, and you go down here on the other side, at the left side. Oops, sorry. It's because I have a cable hanging there, and sometimes I hit it, and it's because my phone is running out of power so quickly. So not to run out while I'm filming, I have and you can go down and see if you can come up in the same movement here. Whoops. No knots, please, there. Down here. And up a little above. There. There. Down here. And you can make them big or small or wide or narrow as you want. I think it looks quite nice so far. There. Go down here, come up a little above. There. Down here, up a little above. There. Down here, and up a little above. And so on. So I will do that all the way down here, and I think I will go in afterwards and put an extra stitch up there. It looks so empty compared to the others. So done with the herringbone stitches, and now I'm just making a line of chain stitches here, and it's a little awkward because there are all this fluffy thing here, and I don't want to sew that down. I'd like to be able to see it. But the chain stitches is quite easy. Come up, go down, straight under, put your needle in the loop, and just pull the thread through here and away with them. There, doot. I think there are room for 2 more. One, and the last one. Here. And then you just go down under there, and now this is secured. And let me see if all the fluffy stuff is out. I like that to be a part of the layers or the strata. And then I just go up in the back 2 times and in the loop, and that is all. So let us have a look. No way with these small fluffy things. I think it is quite okay. Of course I could do running stitches in between here with a red or white, but I think that would be too much. But I think I would put this up here, this little red. It is some kind of bead, glass bead of some kind. I don't know where I got it from. I have so many things from all the things I have done in the past. So I will just sew it on, and I think I will go for the 4 corners of the world, or 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. And now there. Yeah, perhaps it is easier to come out in the circumference instead and go in the middle, instead of trying to come up in the middle. And you can do as many, yeah, call them spokes as you want. But I think I would go for 8 totally. So it won't be running anywhere. If you have a really good imagination, you can perhaps think of it as an ammonite or something sitting here in the layers, or pretty stone, or yeah, it could be anything. There. So on with that. Do I want these beads on here, or is it too much? No, I don't think I want the gold ones. I think I could place a couple. Yeah, I have 4 of them, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah. The exciting thing is, can I get my needle through it? Because if I can't, yeah, ta-da, yippee! So I will just put some more red thread in and sew them on. The way I sew these long beads in is I'm just coming. Where is the bead? 1, 2, 3. That was the others are already sewn on. I come up and then I go in here and then I lay it down and say, is it where I want it, or is it this way I want it, or what? And yeah. And then I go down. Here. Ouch, and that is my finger. And then I come up where I was coming up the first time. Here. And then I go in the tube here, or the hole again. Come out. That way I have my thread through 2 times, so I'm sure it is sitting there. And you can see they are sitting there quite sturdy. I also found these. Yeah, perhaps isn't there any holes in these beads here? So yeah, I don't know what they are. There ain't holes in them. Yeah, but I would have wished for a couple of them here, but that doesn't work. I could also have wished for something that really looks like a real pearl. But I was going to rumble around and see if I can find that. I couldn't find a real little bead, but I found another of these red ones here, and I like that. Perhaps it is a little, it could need something there, but I can't sit here anymore. Now, right now, my temperature is 32 degrees here at my working table, and I'm so hot. So I will stop here and say this is how week 26 will end up with the word strata. So I will just take my book, my tape, and glue it in my book and say a proper goodbye to you. So here we go, the double-sided tape, on with that, and burnish it down. Of course you can sew it in your book if you have a book. Perhaps you have them in a box or place them other ways. And now there's someone holding a garden party somewhere, I think. So let's see if I can. All the students are, as we call it here, springing out, because then they finished after 3 years in school, and they are so happy. So they are driving around to every parent's all day long, and they are drinking and having a party, and there are so loud music, so yeah, you can't imagine. So here it is, the place where I want it, and I think I will just put it this way here. There, and away with this. No, it would be sitting there. And I think I would also put 27 in here, and then I will start with a new book. And write it here, 26. And the word is T-R-A-T-A, strata. I don't know if it's the best I have ever done, but if I think of the heat and how I feel right now, I'm proud I made it. And it will be sitting there, and every time I see it, I think I would think of the summertime where it was nearly 35 degrees here in Denmark. There are quite a lot of different elements in, and I feel the layers are there, and for that it lives up to the word. But if people can see the word strata, I don't know. I can see layers. Yeah. So I will say a quick goodbye to you. I hope you have been inspired and perhaps learned some tips and tricks here by seeing me doing this little piece today. And I will be going on next week. I can't remember if I'm home next Saturday, so I will make a video or I am out of the house. But if I'm home, I will do it again, even though it is 30 degrees. So if you have liked what you've seen, please give my video a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing my little Danish channel. That would be very much appreciated. It doesn't cost you a dime, but it is helping me pushing my videos out in the world, and that is not so easy being a Danish channel. And even though I try the best I can to speak English, YouTube doesn't know that. Yeah, else I will just say, please stay creative and playful, and not but least of all, please be nice to yourself and be nice to everybody around you. Smile to everybody you meet, and I'm sure they will give you a smile back. So bye for now, and take care. See you again. Ciao, ciao.